everyone, it's Maki here. Among fans, there's a trending speculation that the Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice, which appear in Gundam Seed Freedom, are weaker compared to Strike Freedom and Infinite Justice. I also think this possibility is high. One reason is that Campus, the organization led by Law's Crime, was established with the support of three international organizations, the Earth Alliance, SAFT, and ORB. There might be restrictions on using nuclear engines. Also, from a commercial standpoint, there's a high possibility that the power-up narrative will be implemented in the story. It's a technique to enhance the appeal of plastic models and figures by introducing surprise and fluctuations in the story. In past films, like Shell's Counterattack and Gundam 00, the protagonist switching to a new mobile suit in the latter half of the story has been done. Recently, a new setting was added that caught my attention. It was revealed that Rising Freedom is a newly designed and manufactured unit by ORB. After the final battle of Sea Destiny, Strike Freedom and Infinite Justice safely returned with their mobile suits and engines intact. Despite this, new Gundams that were newly designed and manufactured have appeared. In the latter half of the film, Strike Freedom and Infinite Justice's nuclear engines might be mounted on Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice. The lead Gundams have already been officially announced for release as plastic models and figures. I think the likelihood of an entirely different new Gundam appearing is low. Attention should also be paid to the setting that Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice use variable phase shift armor. There might be a plot where the color of the mobile suit changes due to enhanced energy efficiency by the nuclear engine. This method would allow plastic models and figures to be reproduced simply by changing the color of the parts. Looking back on our discussion, the Gundams appearing in the film seem to be weaker than the traditional Gundams. However, this is not necessarily the case. This time, let's explore elements of the new Gundams being strengthened based on the content of the promotional video. The scene to focus on is this one. The Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice are enveloped in a green light. Although the precise details are unclear, fans are speculating that this might be a state known as positronic interference. This phenomenon occurred during the Archangel's atmospheric escape, depicted in Gundam Seed. It involves the use of the positron cannon, the long green for atmospheric escape maneuvers. This action, in fact, has several interpretations. There is a theory that the long green creates an antimatter cocoon in the forward direction, allowing the Archangel to ignore air resistance and propel itself, thus escaping the atmosphere. The term antimatter cocoon is quite complex. I too don't fully understand its precise meaning. Designer Kimitushi Yamane describes it this way: when the long green is fired, the atmosphere in front becomes thin. In this thin atmosphere, plasma adhering to the hull is amplified by the booster and converged backward. Furthermore, by generating magnetic field guidance, the ship's thrusters are directed forward to escape the atmosphere. This is also a complex setting to understand. Both involve combining the Archangel's powerful propulsion system to make atmospheric escape feasible. Have you noticed? That's right, Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice are flying within the positronic interference in their transformed states. In what appears to be the subsequent scene set in space, the Gelgoop meteors and Geonstrom are depicted emerging from boosters that seem intended for atmospheric escape. It suggests that the new Gundams have a high likelihood of possessing the propulsion power necessary for solo atmospheric escape. Mobile suits escaping the Earth's atmosphere is an extremely challenging action. It requires immense power to break free from Earth's gravity and fly into space. In the real world too, launching rockets involves significant difficulties. In the Gundam series, it's often thought that Algae 3 can escape the atmosphere on its own. It appears in front of an enemy unit attempting atmospheric entry, with mobile suits alone in the story of Endless Waltz. However, in the novel version, it is mentioned that Algae 3 used a booster specifically for atmospheric escape. In the movie Hathaway, the Gapland executes an operation to make contact with a passenger plane just after entering the atmosphere using additional booster equipment. It is depicted that extra large boosters are required to reach such ultra-high altitudes, which are not in outer space. If Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice possess the capability to reach space without additional equipment, it might be fair to consider that they are more powerful than their predecessors, Strike Freedom and Infinite Justice. While there is no setting that explicitly states Strike Freedom and Infinite Justice cannot escape the atmosphere, they do not perform atmospheric escape in the story of Sea Destiny. Of course, it's unclear whether Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice have activated the positronic interference, the green light. The Gundams still hold many mysteries, but possessing the propulsion power to enable atmospheric escape is indeed a remarkable feature. If the positronic interference phenomenon was caused by something other than Gundams, what could it be? As of now, in the TV anime, only the battleship Archangel has executed it. Maneuver, which is equipped with a positron cannon, might also be capable, but this is uncertain. Additionally, the newly introduced Millennium battleship has been recently revealed. Fans are speculating whether the mysterious battleship appearing in the promotional video could be the Millennium. Perhaps the Millennium is equipped with a function to initiate positronic interference and assist the Gundams in atmospheric escape. I think that the Archangel firing the long ring might have supported the atmospheric escape. According to a recently released synopsis, Campus in collaboration with the Foundation seems to be preparing to confront Blue Cosmos. Probably, this battle will be depicted in the beginning or first half of the movie. And as it often happens in the Gundam series, the final battle takes place in space. Another point to consider is why the Archangel is trying to send only the mobile suits into space. I think a hint lies in the exploding and flaming Archangel depicted in the promotional video. The Archangel is damaged, but the long ring is not. Also, if you pay attention to the background, it looks like a snowy mountain. Other promotional videos have also depicted high mountainous backgrounds. The Archangel needs a large equipment called Plasma Booster for atmospheric escape. However, Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice are performing atmospheric escape in their mobile armor forms. And the Gelgut Meaners and Gynstrom are using something like a small shuttle for atmospheric escape. This scene likely depicts the struggle to send the Gundams to the final battle. The sight of the Archangel, heavily damaged yet sending off the Gundams, will excite fans greatly. Also noteworthy is the cloudy sky. Amidst the overcast, the flaming Archangel fires the long ring with its last strength. The long green splits the clouds wide open, creating a path of light known as the positronic interference. This could be a very impactful scene for the audience. This time, I've analyzed various aspects to see if Rising Freedom and Immortal Justice have powered up compared to traditional Gundams. It's highly likely that Moonlaw Flavor is also about the Archangel. Personally, I'd love to see Akatsuki in action too, but in a movie that needs to showcase many new mobile suits, it might be difficult for Akatsuki to play a significant role in the final battle. If the Gundams are unable to solve for atmospheric escape, there's a high chance for Akatsuki to shine. Promotional videos have also shown the old military's mobile suit, Murasame, flying in a high mountainous area. There's a good possibility that Akatsuki is accompanying them. I believe this might be the last chance for Akatsuki to make a significant impact. Let's hope for the man who makes the impossible possible to excel.